Hello, wonderful viewers. My name is Kachichi, and you are welcome to the first episode of Edu with TNV. The topic for discussion today is mentorship, and we are joined here with Mr. Ekow, one of the teaching staff of the University of Mines and Technology. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay, but before we continue, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you do so and stay tuned for videos like this. All right, sir. So, can you please give us a brief introduction about yourself?
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for having me and your team as well. I'm very grateful. Yeah, so my name is Ekow, and I serve in the mechanical department here at UMAT SRID as a teaching and research assistant. And I believe in solving problems using the right principles and also giving what do you call it, help to students that are also in need. So basically, that's just a summary of myself.
All right, sir. So when we say mentorship, what does it entail?
Okay, so yeah, mentorship basically talks about picking someone who is experienced in a field and getting expert advice so as to accelerate your career and also ensure growth in whatever you are doing. So basically, the elements of mentorship is to get enough knowledge, expertise knowledge, and also to grow and also to make sure that you're able to achieve the goals that you set for yourself as an individual. So, yeah.
So do we have like any types of mentorship that we want to talk about?
Yeah, of course. We do have a lot of types of mentorship around. Yeah, from a personal level or from experience, I would say that we have three types: the personal mentors, or more of like those who mentor you at the personal level. Then we have career mentors, all right, who are the people who give you advice at the career level. All right. Then we have peer mentors, that is your friends, because whether you like it or not, you'll be talking to your friends day in, day out. So sometimes they'll get you thinking about one or two things that they will share. So aside that, there are other types of mentorship, but these three, from my experience, have been very key: the career,
Yeah.
the personal, and then the third one, which is
The personal one.
the
Oh,
personal one, the career,
personal, career, and peer.
and the peer. Exactly, exactly.
Please, would you like to throw more light on it?
So I would start with the career mentorship. All right. So the career mentorship basically is the mentorship that exists between you and an expert in, let's say, in an industry. All right. So you want to be a mechanical engineer. Obviously, you're not the first person to be a mechanical engineer. There are a lot of mechanical engineers who are out there who are doing very well in their field. So the career mentorship is to seek expert advice from these people who are in the field making waves, are doing very, very well, and then you take expert advice from them so that you'll be able to transition from where you are currently to the place that you want to be. So that's just a summary about the career. Then the second one is the peer mentorship, right? That one exists between you and your friends. So maybe faculty to faculty, maybe in the same age group, you stay in the same community, you are in the same class, you do the same program and all of that. Basically learning from a friend who you believe is very good, and you are willing to submit to that person to take advice and counsel from him so that you'll be able to become a better person. And most of the times that kind of mentorship is a bit difficult because people believe that he's my classmate, so why should I listen to him and all of that. But if you're able to really incline yourself to some of the wisdom that some of your friends do pass around, especially about study tips and this and that, I think it's very, very good, because peer mentorship, whether you like it or not, it's something that a lot of students don't pay attention to, you understand. And so if you really, really place priority on that, you would really see the benefits in that. And the last one has to do with the personal mentorship, which I think is a holistic kind of mentorship. It cuts across social, health, spirituality, academics, and everything. So in that kind of mentorship, it's about your personal growth, how that you want to grow personally, how that your ambitions are realized, and all of that. So that kind of mentorship, you normally, it's more of like one to many. You have a doctor that will give you expert advice in health. You have a teacher, you have a lecturer who will give you expert advice. You have an accountant who will give you expert advice in finances and all. So that is the personal one, to ensure that at a personal level you are able to achieve your goals and your aspirations in life.
So, the benefits of mentorship. What are some of the benefits of mentorship? And do students really need mentorship programs or mentorships at this stage?
Yeah, very, very good. So mentorship has a lot of benefits, and whether you like it or not, it's not an option. Mentorship is a must for every student. I remember growing up, um, at the JHS level, I wanted to be a footballer. When I was in primary, I wanted to be a pilot. Then when I came to university, I decided to venture into mechanical engineering. So it's not like whether mentorship is an option, or it's something that you want to pay attention to as and when you feel like it is a necessity. The benefit is enormous, all right. So one of the things that benefits a lot of people who submit themselves under mentorship is that you normally get a lot of reduced regret. You don't get a lot of regret because the advice that you are getting from people who are experts in their field are going to really shape you and also mold your decision making. So if you don't want to get a lot of regrets in life, then you have to submit yourself under mentorship. So I would say, one, it reduces a lot of regret. Two, it enforces reality to you. So when you are growing up, there are a lot of dreams, there are a lot of aspirations, there are a lot of things you want to do. So what the mentorship program does for you is that it factors reality from myth. All right. So somebody is in school, or probably is studying home economics, and say that I want to be a doctor. All right, that's a dream. All right, but you have to factor the reality out of that dream. So what are the steps that I need to take to become a doctor? Or someone will be like, he's an engineer, they say I want to be a footballer, I want to divert. All right, that's his dream. But the question now is, how do you factor that kind of reality that you are living in right now, which is you being an engineer, from that dream that you have? So um, mentorship in another way also helps you to factor out the necessary things that you need to do to be able to, get to where you want to be in life. It helps you to factor out a lot of things in your decision process, to be able to, take out the reality out of some aspirations that you have. Of course, dreams are very, very important, but you need to make sure that there is reality on the ground, all right, that you need to make sure your dream is compatible with. So you can't, for example, say you are a geomatic engineer and you want to now branch solely into maybe chemical engineering, because that has been your ambition growing up. But the truth is that the reality is you are currently a geomatic engineer and you can't make that huge shift, all right? So mentorship program helps you to bring reality to you, all right? Because as we are growing up, there are a lot of dreams and ambitions and all of that. The next one is to make better decisions. I remember there was a time where a friend was buying forms to a certain university. I will not mention the name for the sake of security. Then he placed it on his status. Okay, so I want to do chemical engineering. I want to do aerospace engineering. Guys, which one is good for me? Then he opened it up to his friends to kind of like give him expert advice. And some will be like, "Oh, you are good in aerodynamics. Those days you can calculate a lot. Okay, this one says you can do chemical engineering very well." Then at the end he was like, "Okay, so I want to do chemical engineering because a lot of my friends are saying that." Then he concluded, "The voice of the people is the voice of God." And what happened was that later along the years, he entered into the program. Then the heat of the program was so much for him that he had to stop. All right, so it helps you make better decisions. Let me give you a life experience. I remember in JHS, when we were studying basic design and technology. At that time, it was comprising of two things: pre-technical skills and vocational skills. At that time, my lecturer at that time, or teacher at that time, Mr. Adinyo, who was so on me. Anytime I do something, he was like, "Ekow, you have to do it right. You need to do it this way." He would always be on me. So he sat down with me and said, "You know what? You are very good in drawing, and I think when you get to the BDT stage, you have to select pre-technical skills." And boys wanted to do pre-voc because of the food. Because every Friday we'll cook, you bring the ladies will bring utensils, we'll cook and then we'll share. And I just wanted to be part of that, you know, group because of the food and all that. But an expert was telling me, you know what, you are good in this. Why don't you do pre-technical skills? So along the way, I said, okay, why not? I'll choose that. Then another teacher who was the one to take us through the course said that, you know what, you are also very good. I can see that you are very good in technical skills. And so make sure you pursue this at a higher level. So fast forward, I did the technical skills, finished JHS, and then I went to GSTS. Then I did technical again. So when I came to the university and I was doing a course like mechanical engineering, it was so easy for me, especially the side of drawing. It was so easy because right from JHS running through SHS, even to the university first year. I remember first year, I never studied technical drawing. Why? Because everything was just at the fingertips. It was so easy. So, and it was all due to the credit of those teachers at that time, because they saw something in me and they were like, pick this route. Whilst my own feeling was like, pre-voc, go and cook, get some food, the ladies are there and all of that and all of that. So mentorship helps you to make better decisions in life. So I think these are some of the things that I would say.
Okay. So I would like to link this to career advancement. When we talk about career advancement, how does mentorship affect career advancement?
Yeah, so mentorship affects career advancement in a positive sense. That is, if you capitalize on the mentorship that you normally get. And then in a negative sense, if you decide not to capitalize or you don't want to submit yourself to any mentorship. So I pick it from a student perspective. There are students that sometimes you engage them, then like the course is difficult and all of that, and you just know that this is something that they didn't really prepare for it. All right, most students come to year one and they find it very difficult to find their feet, because right from SHS they were not really told anything about career plan, what do you want to do and all of that. And a lot of students are doing programs because probably daddy said this or mommy said that. That is not to say don't listen to them, but you need to yourself ask yourself, what is the God-given purpose that you are called to do. All right, so it helps in career advancement in one, helping you to choose rightly. I think I've said some of them. That is in decision making. I cited an example with the story of mine where I had to do technical skills
Yeah,
from
yeah,
GHS primary, from GHS through to SHS to
and
even to the
tertiary.
university.
Yeah.
It was all because of the decisions that my teachers at that time were making. The next thing is that once you are in the university, especially, you need to know that right from the university, you'll be going into the industry.
Yeah.
And so you need to make sure that you capitalize and you take advantage of the mentorship program, especially people that you meet, all right, your lecturers, when you get the opportunity to do internship, the people that you work with, because once you do that, you are basically enhancing your chances of getting slot after school. A lot of times students do not understand the concept of mentorship very well, especially your teacher. For example, as a student, can be a very good mentor in helping you get the right career, aspirations and everything, because he's been there before, or he's connected to people who are there, all right, or he has peers who are working in the industry who can give you first hand advice concerning your career. So in career advancement, it actually accelerates your career. Unlike someone who wouldn't want to submit himself to mentorship program, he wants to do things on his own. He wants to learn on his own. He wants everything. He's just the
He's
anti-show.
doing it by
Yeah, he's
himself.
doing it by
No
himself. He
advice,
no
nothing
advice.
from
He feels
anybody.
like you go and Google it. You ask
Mm.
AI. I want to do this.
Okay,
They are all good, but you need to get the experience from
okay.
expertise. All right,
Yeah,
people on that.
yeah.
So it accelerates your career. It helps you to avoid some pitfalls. It
Mm-hmm.
also helps you to enjoy and have a stress-free life.
And
Yeah.
you talked about making of right decisions, that it helps you to make right decisions. Now, I'd like to know how to select a good mentor. See, we've talked about mentorship, benefits of mentorship, but how do you select a mentor?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's a very, very good question. So I would pick it from the all right. From experience, how do you select a mentor? It's very simple, but very difficult to answer, right? The first one I'll say is knowledge gradient. You need to select someone who is more knowledgeable than you, all right? Someone who has the expertise, all right? Because whatever dreams or aspiration that you want to, get there, you definitely have people who have taken the lead. So you need to make sure that you select someone who is knowledgeable, who has the experience, who has the expertise, okay, to help you and to transition you from where you are to the next level. The next one would also be to, in terms of how to select, is to pick someone who you can easily approach. All right, you don't have to go and pick someone that you are scared of and all of that. Of course, you need to have kind of like a relationship going on, someone you can easily approach, someone you can talk to, that this is my problem, this is my challenge and all of that. If you cannot pick someone that you can approach, that is if you have selected the first one. If you pick someone that you can approach and all of that, your mentorship would fail. All right, then you need to pick someone. The next thing I'll say is you need to pick someone who is happy to see you succeed. Okay, because we are living in a very toxic world right now where there's a lot of competition here and there. So you need to be able to look at someone who is happy to see you succeed, who wouldn't be jealous by your progress, because whether you take it or not, there are times where mentees, outscore their mentors. They do greater than their mentors, and it's not okay with some mentors. They feel like you are doing more than them. So you need to select someone who is happy to see you succeed. The next one is someone who is not ready to box you, control you, kind of a thing. All right. Because there's some mentors who want to control you, they want to duplicate themselves in you. The truth is that you are also unique in your own way. You need to look for someone who is ready to correct you as and when necessary, able to switch between mentorship and friendship, give you the needed advice, bring you right on track, able to correct you. Very, very important, because if you have, what is the essence of mentorship when your mentor cannot correct
Correct
you?
you.
All right. So you should give yourself to correction alone. For correction is what will actually make you a better person. And then the next one is pick someone that you who speaks fondly about you. All right, he's happy to
Please, I don't
factor you
understand that
out.
one. Speak fondly of
Yeah,
you.
he's always happy when your name is mentioned to him. He's smiling. He's happy to speak to people about
About you.
you,
Okay.
concern maybe connections.
Okay.
Because if your mentor cannot speak fondly about you to other people, that's where you will not be able to even transition. Because there are some mentors, they have the opportunity to connect you, but they don't have that fond about that joy about you, right? They can't say that, okay, Desmond, I know this guy, I want you to link up with him, all right? Or I know, I have this guy, he's very good, blah 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 blah. Maybe
They
you
cannot
can
speak that about
yeah,
you.
they
Yeah.
cannot see you. Anytime,
Yeah.
anytime you go to them, you're like, you again. It's like you are
You
stressing
are
them.
disturbing them.
Now, it's either it's two things,
Yeah.
whether you are not rightly in shape, or probably he doesn't have that fond, kind of like, I would say, is it love or something? Yeah, he doesn't have that knit. You don't have that knit together. So it's like anything that you tell him to do is like a burden for him. You
Okay.
understand?
Okay.
So once you're able to identify some of these characteristics, I think you are good to go to select a good mentor.
So what are some of the reasons why some mentorships do not succeed? Sometimes you can see someone mentoring someone and it fails. What are some of the reasons why mentorships fail?
Yeah, thank you very much. It's again, let me pick it from an experience. I think some of the reasons why mentorship fail has to do with the wrong perception about mentorship. Because in our generation, especially my generation, we feel like you can do everything. You can go to Google, you can go to ChatGPT, you can ask whatever you want to ask online and get what you want. But one of the things that GPT cannot give you is experience. All right.
Very
Those are
true.
machine algorithms designed to give you some of the things you need. But when it comes to experience, you wouldn't really get it online. All right. So the reason why mentorship fail, I think one will be communication barrier. I said earlier that the way you communicate with an elder is different from the way you communicate with your colleague, because a lot of times students want to turn mentorship now into friendship because they are closer to that elder. They want to kind of like vibe like the way they vibe
Okay,
with.
so please, can I come in?
Yeah.
So you mean your mentor cannot be your friend, or I don't
Yes, it depends because, for example, let me use, let's say, your lecture for example,
Yeah.
right? And you have developed a close relationship with him. At instant, is the student to teacher relationship.
Okay.
Once you're able to develop and enhance your relationship, there are times where, if probably he's called doctor, all right, everybody addresses him doctor. But once you're able to develop the relationship, there are times where he will even tell you, that, you know what, don't call me doctor, call me X.
Okay.
Maybe X is his, local name,
Okay.
or he say, so that means that you've broken the barrier of that particular mentorship.
Okay.
Now he now sees you as his own. Understand? It's not that barrier again. But students normally want to use that as the starting point. They want their mentor to immediately become their friend.
Okay.
Understand? You need to build that for some time before a mentor can become your friend. So that is also another challenge. The other one is communication. How you communicate with your mentor is different. All right. For example, these people who are working in companies expect people who are family people. You don't just WhatsApp them. You're like, "Where are you? I need to talk to you." I had an experience last year with a student. I think he had a problem with his assignment, so
All right.
he called me and like, "Yo, where are you?" And I'm like, who are you? Who are you? Then he started introducing himself. That was off. I understand.
Yeah.
That at the beginning that was off, but if he had gone in a different way, I'm sure we'd have. At the end of the day, whatever he was looking for, we couldn't give it to him because of communication. You understand? So mentorship failed because of communication, and communication also in the sense of breaking communication. You feel right now you are seeing some results,
So
right?
you don't need
You
him
don't need
again.
him again,
Okay. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so yeah,
I can handle it on my own.
yes, I
Yeah.
was struggling with study, so now that I can study very well, who are you again?
Yeah.
Go somewhere and all of
Okay.
that. So I think these are some of the reasons, and the last one which is very very crucial, is pride.
Okay.
Pride it comes in a lot of ways. All right, it comes in a lot of ways. Feeling that you know everything, you can do everything, and all of that. And students do not really pay attention. You normally see that trait in students. There are students you advise them, you know what, study in groups, and like, no, I don't like this person. I want to study on my own. I remember
I
there
know
was
more than this
I
person.
know more
So
than this person.
yeah.
This person is anti-so and all of that. It's
Mm.
there's this little pride somewhere. Okay, there was a time a parent came here and was advising a student about relationship. It was a fresher, so I was privileged to be there. I was like, my daughter, please, take care of yourself. For relationship, take your time. Fast forward, the lady is now the lady is now dating, and there was a breakup somewhere. So she came to me that I should talk to the guy. And I said, "Do you remember what your mom said during the registration process? All right, the pride in students, they feel like, no, I'm missing out on the action. I need to take the bull by the horn. I want to do it my own way." It's one of the reasons why a lot of mentorship fail. So you need to have certain elements: humility. You need to have a listening ear, someone who is ready to put into practice everything that your mentors tell you. All right, and once you do that, you'll be good.
All right. So talking about going to the person and the person feeling like you are disturbing him or something, it's a challenge in mentoring someone. So can you please elaborate on some of the challenges in mentorship?
Yeah, so yeah, it's very true. It's very practical. This one I want to go a bit very practical. There are times where you approach a mentor and it's like you are disturbing him or something like that. Okay, it's two things. It's either it's on the side of the mentor or on the side of the mentee,
Yeah.
because there are some mentees who are known for disturbing everything. They are asking you, say, where are you? What are you doing this weekend and all of that. But you need to understand that there are levels of mentors. For example, the way you chat with your friend, WhatsApp, where are you? What are you doing? Is not the same way you can do
Talk
with
to
an
your mentor.
expert.
Yeah.
All right, someone who's in the industry is working 24/7. Okay, So you have to find a way of striking the balance, especially communication. That's the reason why a lot of people don't succeed in mentorship, right?
Okay.
So you need to know the barriers of communication. For example, when you meet someone who is, let's say, a father figure or an uncle, for example, and you want to communicate with him, you want to try and then approach him, then you're like, hello, what's up? Let's take Professor Isaka, our dean, for example. Maybe you've gotten his contact and you want to, converse
Texting
or
or
text him or
something.
something.
Yeah.
You're like, Prof, what's up? You put him off
Yeah. Yeah.
right from the
Yeah.
message, you
You are not
understand?
his age mate.
Because our generation technology is giving us even predictive text. When you are
Okay.
texting, it will give you words like sap, what's going. But such people, you can't use those terminologies on them.
On
So
them. Yeah.
there are times where the mentee, his actions and the way he goes about it makes it look like, the mentor is not really interested in the whole
Okay.
development. So we'll look at that side in details maybe another time,
Another time.
because a lot of things goes into that.
Okay. So what is your target audience for this? Which people do you think need to learn about mentorship? Which people is mentorship meant for?
Mentorship is for everybody.
Okay.
Myself, I'm
You are
under
too mentored.
mentorship. Yes,
Okay. Okay.
I am a mentor. I'm also a mentee. So I'm under someone who is coaching me, directing me, and showing me. For example, my supervisor currently, Mr. Afari,
Okay.
he's one who will be advising you. Okay, do it this way, do it that way, and so it's for everyone. But for what we are talking about, I would encourage students to pick it up, because a lot of students don't have mentors.
Yeah.
A lot of students don't have mentors, and even if they have mentors, they don't really utilize the mentorship opportunity, because internship opportunities, job slots can either or any of those things you can easily get them through mentorship if you're able to harness mentorship very well. You finish school and you not struggle for job. And
Okay.
one of the errors that I think I made was not capitalizing on some of the relationships that I got during my internship period.
Okay.
Because internship period at that time, I met some engineers who were very good. I had a good relationship with them, but after some time, I decided not to call them again. I don't care after all. But it was something that in the long run affected me, because yeah, I finished school and I want to do my national service, and I have to go and search for that engineer which I used to vibe with. Okay, so it's for everyone, especially students. We recommend you to try and then look for the things that I said, the ways to select mentors, and then you go and select one. And so it's for students basically, but in general, it's for everyone.
Everyone. Thank you very much, Mr. Ekow, for joining us
Thank you.
on this show. Thank you very much. So he has said it all, whether you are a student, someone looking forward to advance your career, any person that you are, you need mentorship. Mentorship is very key. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, it's the Northern Voice. Make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for videos like this. It's still your boy Kachichi. Bye.